I'm doing some stuff, waiting to go to the mechanic to do some more work on my vehicle, y'all. I tell y'all, my vehicle getting me together. But God, I just thank God for my vehicle, and I thank God that it's getting me from A to B. Sure, yeah, it's still got like a mist in it, and then it's start doing some killing and stuff. But other than that, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I'm just need to be blessed to get it worked on and have a lot of support in getting it worked on. Both great mechanics, uh, finances, donations, whatever. God has really blessed, blessed. And all my mechanics that had any part played in getting my vehicle to where it's at now, or just doing anything to it, because everybody did something with it. Sometimes we had to go to somebody that had a little bit more depth knowledge than others, but all of them had their knowledge and all of them played a big part in getting things done. And you know, God bless these shoot to be so many mechanics that I know if one busy, I call up the next. Some of them don't think that's a good idea. They prefer that you just stick with one person. But because of who I am, and because I've been getting my stuff done, when I get ready for it to be done, and when I call you, that means I need it done. And so, if you're not available, I gotta see who's available. And then once I see who's available, and because from my experience with each one so far, I had one kind of like mechanic that I called that had a bad attitude, and then from his from the experience with him working on somebody else's car, I knew the reason I was going to deal with him in the first place. Lo and behold, he did a little something to their car, and he did a little something to help it run for a few minutes. But actually, the truth be told, he was trash when it came to working on a car. He might know a little bit because I heard him talk. He was knowledgeable as far as having an idea and knowing a little bit. But as far as really getting the job done and a sufficient, I find it not to be so. And I'm not saying that he can't do a few little mechanical things, because I'm sure he can. Hey, Willie Summers, I'm sure he can. But overall, he ain't got it going on to be what would be mouthy and always giving you a whole lot of nothing talk. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, I don't want to hear that from nobody. And then, if I call on you, it's because you're available right there. It's not because the last mechanic that worked on my vehicle was trash, or because they didn't know what they were doing. So another thing I don't like that it seems like a lot of mechanics do is when you talk to them, they want to why this one did this, or what this one didn't do, what this one should have did. I'm not interested in hearing none of that. I'm just interested in, can you solve the problem at hand right now, what I'm asking you to do. That's all that I'm interested in. I don't need you to say nothing about the next mechanic, but as I said, God done blessed me to learn enough mechanics now that if one is busy, I can skip to the next one and find out if they're available. And I'm just learning mechanics every day because I've been living at the parts though. And the biggest thing with my vehicle is that this particular vehicle been sitting up right at when I started trying to get it fixed. It was 8.5 years. Now it went into the ninth year in December. So that was the biggest thing. And I've learned, just like with a house or anything else, if you don't use something and there's different things in that vehicle, don't be turning over and being used, it can cause stuff to deteriorate, or it can cause stuff to be subject to break easy or subject to have problems. So that was the biggest thing that was going on with my vehicle. Hey, elegant lady, my love. And so that was the one thing that has made this process be so technical and so long. And then if you're dealing with missing also with your motor, and it had gotten taken down. And what I didn't know, something that I learned, if you take it down, you need to work on it right then, because if you take and open all that stuff, the climate, the moisture and stuff can get to stuff and cause it also to give you a little problem when you get ready to put it back up. You know, they said I need a motor because Ford Place and different shops don't work on motors. Some of them don't work on motors. They'll really just have you go buy a motor and they just transfer it over. But I'm a different type of person, and some might say hard-headed or don't listen, but I'm a person like this. I know what I already got, and if my motor could be worked on, I would spend the money, get the parts, and let the person work on it. Even if I had to spend a little bit more money, that was fine. But at the time, the people that I was dealing with, the first time, somebody else was going to fix it, and they were fixing it for them, so they pretty much just recommended the motor. But after my other vehicle threw a rod in the motor back in June, which when God gets through with all of this, and this truck is running just the way it's supposed to run, it's still going to be a blessing, because, and even if I would have had to eventually buy a motor, now that I know more mechanics and I know more people and I just know more about working on cars. As a matter of fact, I dropped the gas tank myself the first time, y'all. Sure did. And had somebody else put it back up, and then something still wasn't right, so then I had to drop it again. And the next time I put it back up. So guess what? I learned how to do some mechanic. And then the guy that I was liking and dealing with, and one of the ones who really gave me really a lot of hope in my vehicle, got sick and stuff, and so that's why I had to learn a lot of mechanics and stuff. And you know, sometimes that worked out for the good, I guess, for me, because then I know I didn't just have to depend on that person, that there were other people that I can get to help me with my vehicle. And then if something happened and we were to continue our relationship and maybe be a couple in the future, I could also assist him in the mechanic work. And then I've told some of the other mechanics, hey, look, if y'all need somebody to help y'all with some mechanic work, hey, I'm available. Because I actually enjoyed dealing with my gas tank, and I learned so much about dropping the gas tank, especially when it comes to them connectors and stuff. And shoot, I got a little young man that helped me with the connectors, and baby, I tell you what, he is very brilliant, very young, but brilliant and good on prices. Matter of fact, he was just about adopting me as a mama. And if I call him, he coming. And he's very good. Matter of fact, with my different mechanics trying to get everything together, and so that tank been dropped out 5 times now. because we had the gas gave us right and stuff, and then this last time when it started actually cranking and running, the doggone gas meter wasn't working. And y'all, I ran out of gas twice. I'm like, oh no to the no. I need a gas meter working. And so I was able to reach out to my baby again, and he came over there, and what he realized is that because of all the dropping of the tank, the last ones that dropped the tank, they kind of like got the gas meter wire kind of loose. And when they got the gas meter wire kind of loose, that caused the gas gauge not to pick up. Hey, caused it not to pick up right. So anyway, he got it straight though, y'all. Now I know how much gas I got. And yeah, I put $80 worth of gas in that car. And then since the car been down so long, one of my mechanics or assistant was telling me to run the expensive gas now. And I'm like, Lord have mercy, gas already went up too much. And so the mechanic told me, don't worry about it, just run whatever gas in there. But I don't know, y'all. I think they might be right. So one time I put the second grade in there. Then another time I didn't. And I don't know. It might help. It might help to run the other one in there. So I'm gonna do, I don't know what I'm gonna do, right? So this gas is high. But I put $18 in that other day, and it did not give me a full tank, and I had a little bit in there already, but I put the number 2 grade. So y'all, I just don't know which way I need to go. But I got a little missing, well, I ain't got no little missing in it. I got a missing, the computer was saying something about cylinder 4. We're going to check that out later. But right now, we just got to keep it from killing and fail safe mode light from coming on. That's what we got to do. And we done put a whole lot of new parts on it, so we know that we got some good things. And for the motor itself, the motor's kind of good. And to be honest with you, like I said, when my car first started in the fire, and they was having all that the motor stuff, they could have did something to fix themselves, but it was going to be a little time consuming, and I didn't know the right people at the time to get them to do what actually my boss man didn't have to do, and he started it off and kicked it off before he got sick. That's right, boss man, I call him boss man, because he allowed me to go to work with him when we became cool and started to see each other. He allowed me to go to work with him, and I liked it. And when he got sick, I was working on his crew, and I did what I do. I represented. I went and took care of what had to be done on the job, and the job people were impressed. And also, I got other workers involved to assist me, and they was impressed. And since he was not able to come back, they made me a supervisor. To God be the glory. So I'm ever grateful for him allowing me the opportunity to work with him in the first place. And then I'm grateful for, since he was hurt and surgery and all that, and he couldn't do all the stuff to complete my vehicle, which he should have finished before he got sick. But he hasn't, well, before he got sick, because he's been sick and been having surgery for the last 2 years. So he's been really going through. So, but right before he had this life surgery, he should have been finishing up my vehicle, but since he didn't, it is what it is. But God bless me because of who I am to get up to some more mechanics. And like I said, they have worked on it and done a great job. But as I said, if anybody's prolonging and taking too long and taking too much time, I have to find out who else know how to do work. And one thing I said, like I told one of my mechanics yesterday, baby, if y'all was just to do like y'all should do, y'all would never not have no money or no work. Because there's somebody always needs something done with a vehicle. And I equate the mechanics with the doctors in the hospital. There's always going to be something going on with us in our body. Some kind of, somebody. It may not be all of us, or it might not be everybody at the same time. But there's always going to be somebody that need a physician. And we always need our spiritual physician, but I'm talking about a physical physician now. There's always going to be some ailing of the body, something going on that you're going to need a physician. So, physicians and mechanics, these vehicles, first of all, they don't make them like nothing. That's another reason why I've had so much trouble. Getting my truck fixed is because this particular truck motor, they say wasn't crap. It wasn't crap. It wasn't crap. It wasn't crap. But this vehicle is my husband's favorite color. We had a Bronco that was red and white. This truck is red and gray. But my late husband's favorite color was red. Hey, Jacqueline! My husband's favorite color was red. So he was working for this company, and they had this vehicle available. It was something that he really wanted, so he ended up getting it, and then he ended up passing. And before he passed, he started to have some problems, but he passed and didn't get to get it checked, so I was left with trying to get it checked. And we did get it checked. Went to one mechanic. They did a bond job and charged me too much money, and I paid it, and it still wasn't working right. So then I took it up there to a real shop. And they said the transmission, and had to pay $3,000 to put a new transmission in there right off the back. But guess what? It was alright. It was worth it. The truck is a beautiful truck, but anyway, like I said, that brand in that year, they said it sucked anyway, but it is what it is, and it still looks good after all them years. It still looks good because my husband been gone 12 years, and the vehicle started, like I said, it was acting up right before he died, and he was going to get it checked, but he died, and then I had to get it checked. So like I said, I ended up having to put a transmission in it. And then it did good, went all the way to Alabama, Memphis several times. Because y'all know I need a vehicle that's running, that can roll. So I got older now, I can't see as good at night. And stuff like that. I have to have other people travel and help me drive. But anyway, I was always on the road, and I ain't really that worried about it now like I used to be, but I still will go. I still will go. So, but I plan to get another vehicle the year, even if it's at the end of the year. If the Lord says yes and He opened that door, I plan to get another vehicle. But right now, who's that? Hey, Trina Besta, love you, girl. Bless you. But right now, trying to get this truck right. I got some other things I got to do too. And then my car, the one that threw the rod in the motor. I'm contemplating on putting a motor in there, and if I don't trade it in, probably have it as a spare car, or either let my granddaughter use it and stuff like that. Just depends where my life goes in the next couple of months or the next year or two. See what I do with it, but I'm definitely definitely gonna have a motor put in it. I know so many mechanics now that put in motors, that do motors and all of that. I got a mechanic said that he already got a motor that's rebuilt, and he gave me a price. But I got some more mechanics that gave me a cheaper price, and they can get me a motor. So we shall see how we work that out. But right now, the focus is making sure I have something to get from ABC. And so far, like I said, the truck is going from A, B to C. But I needed to go to Lake Charles. I needed to go to Memphis. I needed to go. Thank you, Trina. I needed to go to California if I see fit that I want to go. So I got to do all that extra little stuff because it's got a few little stuff. Like the radio is on, but ain't no sound coming out. So I'm going to have to find somebody that knows something about speakers in the cars and all of that. Then my windows, both of them work, but one of them I can't let down in the back. Got to get that fixed. And then I done fool around. I have a little sunroof on it. I done fool around and broke a little piece on my sunroof. So I got to get that fixed. Boy, I tell you. That's why I said mechanics always going to have some work. Because, baby. And I need a running board. I messed that up a long time ago. Something rubbed side of a pole or something. Not paying attention or doing too many things at one time. And tore up my running board a little bit on the side, on the passenger side. So I also need that to be corrected and fixed. Yep, I do. So it's a couple things. And Hurricane Ida had my back top that it had on there to put stuff on the back. And I loved that top on there. That made it look even cuter. But since it's not on there, it still look cute. It do. It still look cute. Now let me show y'all my baby. It's like, let me show. It still look cute, even though it don't have that top on it. But I want that top on it. You know how I am, and when I want what I want, I want what I want. Y'all see? See my little running board that I messed up a few years ago? I need to get that. And y'all see my little sunroof? I done broke something where it ain't going down. And see, y'all, I had my little black thing on the top, and it's not on there no more. But it still look cute, don't y'all think? Don't y'all think? So, yeah, don't y'all think? And like I said, I done did a few little things trying to get it together. But if push come to shove, and I do have to get a motor, hey, that'll be long term probably, but I will. But right now, the motor is perfectly fine. It's just other things. Somebody has stole my muffler. Somebody has stole a catalytic converter. I had to replace all that stuff. So my motor wasn't even a major thing. It was all the stealing people did. And then the timing change was a major area, which is with the motor. But the only reason it was acting up is because I had some bad stuff going on with the cams. All that's been replaced, y'all. So we just trust in God. We just trust in God to help us get whatever this mist is out of here and to help us get operating like we need to be operating. That's awesome. And because God loves me, I know it's going to come to pass. It's going to come to pass. But y'all, look, I'm excited because I'm enjoying this beautiful day out here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. And I'm folding some little bags and stuff that I get from my little on-call job. The one that the boss man got me, Mr. Robert Terrell, a.k.a. Peanut Tea. That's right. That's him. I appreciate him so much for allowing me to get this particular job, a job that he loves so much. And man, we used to ride together and we used to work together. And I used to love every minute of it. Matter of fact, we've been rolling for 3 years and we've been having a great time. Period. Period. We've been having a great time and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I met him through an acquaintance of his, and then found out he was a mechanic, and that was all she wrote. And that's when, and that was in 2022, and we became cool then. And again, we've been rolling ever since, and we have some real great times together. He went through, like I said, a lot of surgeries and sickness and stuff. And I was right there with my boy. Right there. Yep. We'll always be grateful to have an opportunity to meet him. And thank him for all he always done. I always took care of my car and looked out for me with my car and stuff. And I'm always recommending him to other people as being one of the best, and he is one of the best. But now he's sick, so he can't work on cars anymore. Nah. But he's willing to give lessons if y'all want lessons, because he gave me some lessons on my vehicle. Since he couldn't do it, I said, well, I can get that doing myself. Just tell me how to do it. And so he did show me some stuff. Even though I moved slow, he still showed me some stuff. What you say, Jackie? Oh, yeah, he sure gonna work it out, girl. He gonna work all of it out. Everything that's happening, he gonna work. Matter of fact, it's already worked out. I just walk into my blessings. That's what Castro said. Walk to your blessings. Yeah. Walk to your blessings. Walk to your blessings. And as I did, as I said again, Robert Terrell, my dude, my boy, I got a chance to meet him in 22. The very end of 22. Sure did. And we became good friends after he actually checked on my truck back then for my brother. And then we continued to be, our relationship continued to grow. Everything continued to grow. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's been a roller coaster, but it's been great. It continues to grow. And he will always be dear to my heart. And again, like I said, I introduced him to a lot of other people as a great mechanic. And most of them was always satisfied with his work. But like I said, right now he's sick, having a problem with his body or what have you. So, yeah, a lot of major surgeries. Back surgery, neck surgery again, all that. Man, so y'all pray for him. Pray that God will strengthen him and heal him. Yeah. Hey Donna, that's my neighbor. Oh yeah, I got to acknowledge my neighbor. He came over there to help me one of them times that before I actually got to connect all hooked up right. Donna and his cousin Ray, I went over there asking for a tool. Because, anybody know Robert Terrell. He had let me use some of his tools. But he can be a mess about his tools. He can act a plumb junkie, a plumb fool about his tools. So the best thing to do is don't even touch his tools or don't mess with his tools. As soon as he leaves, let him take his tools. He can be a fool about his tools. But anyway, like I said again, Donna and I asked them to come over there. I think I had the tools though. I think Mr. Terrell had let me keep the tools that day. And I had that one tool that, well, no, we didn't need the tools. All we needed, because we was doing the connector. So I may have had the tools, but they didn't touch the tools. They didn't touch the tools. I just was putting the connector together. And Donna and his cousin Ray came over to help me because I walked over there and asked them to help me. But of course, I never did get it straight. Well, Ray did. Ray got one of them on there and got it straight. Hey, my sister Stacy. Hey, Sissy. I'm just enjoying this beautiful day. Just sitting out here doing something with some Louisiana school equipment bags. Because my other mechanic, I'm going to visit him in a minute. And it's kind of dusty where he's at. And then they have to get on the ground and get under the car. And I had told him I was going to bring them some stuff that they can lay on. And we got some pads like that I'm taking. And then we got these big old bag things that'll help some too. Or either they can just use it for some of the junk that he be having around there from working on cars to put it on the trash or something. And so by being so pretty outside, I'm sitting out here on my mom's carport. She don't even know I'm out here. She in the house. But I pulled up here. And I knew she don't want me to bring these bags because she said that I always got a bunch of junk, a bunch of stuff. And if I'd have walked up in her house, because I sold some of these bags one night in my own house because I use them for different things. And if I decided I want to get under my truck and take some, I use them for that. But anyway, I fold them in my front room. But if I had brought these bags, come stepping up in her house with this big old bag, she gonna say jump. Being a bag lady, that's what she been saying. Being a bag lady, she'd have had a fit. She would have had a fit. I didn't. I just decided to sit on out here in my sister-in-law's Saints chair. I hope she don't have fit that I'm sporting her Saints chair. But my brother got that Steelers chair because y'all know I'm a Steelers fan too. I was a Steelers fan before I became a Saints fan. So I'm tit for tat between Steelers and them Saints. But anyway, I'm folding this bag because Mr. Mike in Ponchatoula, Mr. Mike Hughes, send a big old shout out to Mr. Mike Hughes because when my truck was cranking and just killing right away the first time, I had to have it towed from the other mechanic to Mr. Mike Hughes for him to do some special treatment. Hey, Deborah, do some special treatment to it, and he got it starting where I can move it. To God be the glory, without it just killing. But now, like I said, because it's missing and because they got a leak somewhere, y'all. Don't know if it's in the exhaust or what's that. But I got to run by Mr. Mike. Also, I got two other mechanics that's supposed to do it for me if Mr. Mike wasn't available. But it's something else we put on there yesterday. And it still ain't doing nothing for this missing and this killing. So, Mr. Mike is awesome, y'all. So, he'll figure it out. But then y'all know I don't like to leave my vehicle seized. Because first of all, when you leave your vehicle, 100 other people come, and then they got to stop and go do this and go do that or whatever. And so, I'll leave it. But hey, I got things to do. I got places to go. I got people to see. So, we need to, I was over there 5 hours where they was putting that other stuff on there the other day. But they got it on there. But then, when it's just one thing, sometimes it kind of narrowed down to some other things. And it wasn't killing. But then all of a sudden it started killing. I'm like, what the world is going on? But anyway, It's just a trying of my faith, I guess. I guess it's just a trying of my faith. So, and then God probably be trying to slow me down too, y'all. He probably be trying to keep me from a Christian, y'all. I'm talking to you. You on the Facebook Live, so that's what I'm talking to, sissy. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to whoever want to listen to me. Jackie was on here earlier. My friend Yale Jackson, she on here now. So whoever come on here, that's who I'm talking to, girl. Whoever come on here, that's who I'm talking to. And I'm talking about a little everything. I was talking about Robert Terrell T, a.k.a. Peanut. I was talking about my mechanic, Mike Hughes. I was talking about some other mechanics too I didn't name. I was talking about a whole lot of stuff. Talking about my truck. Talking about my late husband. Yep, I was talking about a lot of stuff. Yep. All right, Deborah. Bless you, girl. You still hanging tough with them concerts up there in the Carolinas, huh? I ain't visited y'all in a long time. I hope to come up there soon to the Carolinas. Probably come whenever the Rising Stars, since it's the North Texas thing, they supposed to be here for me for my anniversary, July 18th. And I might come back for their anniversary whenever they have it. They changed it last year. Hopefully, they might put it back whatever it was before, so it might be more convenient for me to come on up there. Because I enjoyed 20 years ago when I came to their anniversary. We went out there to Sumter, South Carolina. Then we went to, then we came back to Columbia, South Carolina. I had an awesome time in the Lord. They are awesome people to work with. They're an awesome group. Yep. And I think I just got a text y'all, so I'm going to have to get off this phone. That might be Mr. Mike telling me that he done made it back from where he was. So I can go and be prayerful, and y'all be prayerful with me that we get this killing out of this truck today. And that missing if we can. Because I did have Ely and another mechanic named Mo. They did some checking. Mo did some work for me yesterday. So Mr. Mike was hurting. And he wasn't up to it, so I told him I might get somebody to do it for me yesterday. And I did. Then I got one of my other mechanics' son, Lamar's son. I got him to do a little something for me. Which they simple things, y'all, so it ain't like, oh Lord, you got too many people doing this. No, it's simple things. And then most of the time when they do these things, I'm right there. Because that's the way I am. Because I feel like this. Because I saw something yesterday that I didn't like. Something that should have been hooked up, because it was hooked up, it been hooked up, but now it's loose. So I asked the young man how serious was that. He said it was just the thing that go cover the fan, and it wasn't that serious. But I beg to differ. I'm gonna have to go buy a screw, and somebody's gonna have to put me a screw up in there because I want a screw in it. Because a screw supposed to be in it. I don't want it like it's doing. So yeah, I don't like to leave my truck, and that goes for the dealership or whoever. Because every time they want to diagnose this. Right now, all I need to know is how y'all gonna get this mist out and how we gonna fix this leak that's leaking either from the manifold or the exhaust or whatever this is making my car kill when I'm stopping at the stop signs and the red light, and what we can do about it. I don't need to know nothing else. I don't need you to tell me that this is over here and this is there. Now, I do thank God that Mo was saying that when that oil was skiing out that thing that we didn't have a cap on, that can run down into my spark plugs and stuff. So one of my mechanics checked some of that yesterday, and it did have a little oil down and needed to probably be cleaned out of there or what have you. And that's another thing I like them to do. Tell me what y'all doing. Tell me what's going on with the vehicle. Okay? True. And some of that stuff I'm watching and looking, I might can learn to do my doggone self. Okay? So when y'all busy, stay busy. Hey, I'm going to buy me a whole set of, hey, my cousin Kevin. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Look, we got to get together and we got to do an interview about your book and just about the great things you're doing now. And I'm so glad that you're visible on Facebook Live. Make sure you get a YouTube channel too. And we need to hook up and talk, because you need to get StreamYard where you can, when you get ready to talk, you can be talking on YouTube. And if you didn't know about it, you could be talking on YouTube, Facebook, and probably Twitter, Instagram, and all that at the same time. And your message will go out everywhere, all kind of places, yeah. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to have to get over here and see that Mr. Mike texts me and tell me that he had made it home. But y'all, I'm going to be coming to y'all regularly because I have more time now. I have been concentrating on a whole lot of other stuff. A lot of other stuff been going on. I've been going through some crazy stuff, y'all. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. But guess what? Your girl is coming around to be who God designed her to be, and to get up and rise up and run again like she supposed to run, because I am the princess of radio, the one and only Evangelist DJ Renee. Hey y'all, I love y'all much. I'll talk to you guys later.